you don't understand what I'm saying. So there are so many problems it might lead. So that is why I'm saying it is important to attend the session very regularly so that you can understand better. And if you have any questions, you are always welcome to ask in the very next session. Okay. So these are the things. All right. Okay. So far, any questions?
No.
No. Are you good? All are good. Okay, also make the session interactive. Okay, when I'm asking any question, try to interact because this is a platform where you can utilize it, right? After this, you are not going to get this kind of opportunity, right? So always try to interact, whether it can be right, wrong. Don't worry about it. Always try to interact. Okay, even though let this be simple, let this be hard, not a problem. Okay, always try to make some conversation. It can be any questions or whatever it is. Okay. Because we have almost around 80 people. I hope this session is going to be more interactive. Okay. So first, let me start with the introduction of Tableau. Okay. So in this session, we have almost around 80 people. You might have done some research before joining this course, right? Some people might have taken data analytics as a bundle course. Some people might have taken this Tableau as a one single course, whatever it is. However, you might have done some research right before joining this course. So, can anyone tell me what is Tableau? Why we want to learn Tableau? Anyone? As I told you before, it can be right or wrong, no problem. Everyone, we are here to learn something. That is something everyone knows. So don't worry about anything. Use this platform, okay, to express yourself. Anyone? Why we want to use Tableau?
It's a tool to convert raw data into interactive or easy to understand way.
Okay, super, okay. Yeah, that is one thing. Super. What else?
It is a data visualization tool.
Yeah, this is also fine. Super. Yes, what else?
It is a business intelligence tool, especially used for making various charts and visualization.
Okay, yeah, that is also fine. Super. What else?
Friendly.
It will be helpful to show the data into pictorial form more of.
Okay, yeah, that is great. Yeah. All right, now let me tell you. Okay, basically, Tableau is a data visualization tool, and it's a powerful and fast growing tool that is in the current market. So basically, using this, I can simplify the raw data into easily understandable format. Like I can put it in the dashboard format. Basically, it's a graphical representation, right? So that is one thing. So data visualization means it's a graphical representation of information, right? So whatever the information that we have in the raw data, we are converting into graphical representation. Even in while watching cricket, also we come across a lot of charts, right? It can be line chart, it can be bar chart, where we can do some comparison between um, two different players or the same player. The people can grab the information very quickly. So that is the main thing of using this data visualization, right? So by using visual elements like charts, graphs, maps, data visualization tool provide or way to see and understand the data. Okay. So that is the main use case of using Tableau. So in one single line, if you want to tell me what is Tableau, we are simplifying the raw data into easily understandable format, which is dashboard format. Okay, that's all. Very simple. Hello. So when it comes to Tableau, right, we are following some workflows. Workflows in the sense, first we would need to connect the data source, right? Without connecting data, it is nothing. Tableau is nothing without connecting data because it's just a visualization tool. We are going to build some dashboards, right? So without connecting data, it is nothing. So first process that we need to do, connecting the data. Connecting the data, it is not from one single source. It will be from multiple sources. Like we might need to connect the data from Excel, MySQL, Oracle, Amazon Redshift. So there are so many databases out there, right? So according to our requirement, according to our organization things and all, we would be connecting the corresponding data, okay, wherever it is available from. All right. So this is the first process we will be doing. All right. And then the next thing, we need to do data cleaning. What is this data cleaning? So now we connected the data. The process of connecting data, it's done. Okay. The data. And the next thing, data cleaning thing. Data cleaning in the sense, in the raw data, you cannot expect the data into the required format, right? See, seems like Ananya, can you please be on mute? Muted me. Okay. All right. So the first process is connecting the data. The next process is data cleaning. Data cleaning in the sense we cannot export the data into the required format, right? For example, the that I'm connecting, raw data that I'm connecting, right? It can consist of 150 columns or even more than that, right? So what you need to do, according to my requirement, I need to truncate the columns. For example, according to my requirement, I need just 25 columns from one particular table. Okay. So we are truncating the column. This is one of the transformation. Okay. So like that, we will be doing a lot of data transformation according to our requirements. That will comes under data cleaning. Okay. I'm just giving very simple example. Okay. Do anyone have questions? Getting noise. Okay, all right. So that is what data cleaning. Okay. So post which we would be doing data modeling. What is this data modeling? So now we clean the data, like we connect the data, we clean the data into the required formats,
So sorry to
and then
interrupt. Your voice is not audible. It's so disturbing that someone is unmute.
Actually, I think it's from your side.
okay, how about
Yeah,
now?
from your background side only,
Maybe
not
I can
from the
mute.
starting.
I can select the mute all to reduce the unnecessary noise.
Hold on, hold on. Okay, all right, I'm back. Is it fine now?
Oh, fine, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me repeat
Yes, sir.
whatever I told you so far. The thing is like Tableau is a data visualization tool using which we are going to do some dashboard. Okay, that is the basic concept. Because when we are converting, when we're trying to convert the thing in a graphical representation, it is easy to make the audience to understand very easily. Okay, so that is the thing. So when we want to build a dashboard, we would be doing some workflows. We would be following some workflows. Workflows in the sense, first we need to connect the data and we need to clean the data. Cleaning in the sense, it can be taking the required columns, like whatever we need, we are taking only that particular part. That is one of the example for data cleaning. So likewise, there are so many transformation things out there. Okay. So likewise, we would be doing data cleaning, and then the third one is data modeling. Okay, data modeling in the sense, while connecting the data, you will be connecting from multiple sources, right? MySQL, Oracle, and so many things are there. So we would be taking so many things. That is fine. So we are not taking only one table. We are taking multiple tables, right? It can be 10 tables, 15 tables, or even more than that, right? But when we are collaborating all the tables, we have to connect each table respectively. Okay, according to our requirement, it is important to connect the table according to our requirement. That connecting tables each other is what called as a data modeling, if I want to say simply. Okay, so that is the process we will be doing in the Tableau as a third process. Okay. All right, and then fourth one, calculation. So once we done the data modeling, we have to get into sheet for building a chart separately. So we would not be building a chart directly. Okay, according to our requirement, we need to write a calculation to get the corresponding values. Okay, so that calculation part we will be doing as a next step. Okay, so finally we will be doing visualization. Okay, so using these workflows, we will be developing a dashboard. Okay, so far any questions like what is Tableau, why we want to use Tableau, and what are the workflows we are going to follow in order to build a dashboard?
You mean
It's
to
just
say,
a
sir, I
hmm,
have a doubt. So you mean to
yes,
say in the
please.
modeling part, we will actually implement, I mean, we will interact with databases like SQL or any other databases, right?
Yes, also. Okay, answering your questions, data modeling in the sense we are going to organize our all of our tables according to our requirement. Okay, it can be table to table or data source to data source, whatever you call it as. Okay, clear? Still have questions? Yes, please go ahead, Swarna.
So we can do all these things in Power BI as well, right? So what is the difference between Power BI and Tableau? Why to learn Tableau?
Okay, the difference between these two tools are like the small organization generally would prefer Power BI because it's a Microsoft product. Okay, so it also can bundle together when you buy a Microsoft product. It can also come as a one of the bundle. Okay, so that is one thing. And cost wise, Power BI is lesser than Tableau. Okay, so that is why I'm saying small or general medium size organization would prefer Power BI, whereas big size, large organization would prefer Tableau. And another difference I would say, Tableau can handle very large data. Okay, very large data without any performance issue. But Power BI, you might experience some lag. Okay, so that is one other thing. And cost wise, Tableau is costlier than Power BI. So these are things are there. According to that, people would go for it.
Thank you.
Any other questions? And another thing I would say between for these two tools, Tableau is slightly advanced than Power BI. So if you want to learn Power BI, right, it's just enough to know Excel. If you are familiarized with Excel, you can easily learn Power BI. Okay, so that is one thing. But Tableau is not like that. Okay, it's slightly advanced in Power BI. When you go to Power BI, right, so where you can find some template, like if I want to plot any chart, there will be some template. If I take the template, I can simply feed the required feeds. That is how Power BI generally. But Tableau is not like that. You cannot find all the charts here, but it doesn't mean that I cannot plot those charts. Still, I can plot those charts, but it will be slightly. You have to take some manual steps. Okay, so that is the another difference I would say between these two tools. But whatever you want to do, right? When it comes to these two tools, we are going to build a dashboard only. That thing you can do in both of these tools. That is fine. There are no difference. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions so far? No? Okay, now I'm going to open a sample data and I'm going to explain why we want to use Tableau in a practical way. Okay. Mm, okay, I'll open it. So this is just a sample data. In the sample data, I can find customer wise some transaction related information. For example, if you take Savannah Superstore, right, or any superstore, if you go there, then you can find all this information like what are my customers and their address, what are the products that we have. For each and every product, we have product ID, category, and all. Okay, so let's assume I'm the product owner. Product owner in the sense, like I'm the one running the store. Okay, I'm the product owner. As a product owner, I would need to understand a lot of things, right? For example, what are my regular customers? What is today's date sales, yesterday's date sales, last 6 months sales, last 1 year sales? What is the comparison between current year and last year's sales, right? So why when I'm understanding these things, I would do something to improve my business, right? So if I want to do those things using this raw data, it is hard to do that. I have to do some manual work. For example, if I want to understand the overall sales, then I have to go and I have to do summation of these particular column, right? So this is my, now I have got overall sales. Now I want to know the sales for each and every region. I have region column. So I want to know the sales for each and every region. Now what I need to do, I need to filter one particular region, then I have to do summation of this particular column, right? Or otherwise we can go for pivoting I can put a pivoting and region into the rows, sales into the values. So likewise also I can put so that I'll come to know region wise sales, right? But it somehow I have to do manual work, right? And moreover, data generally will not be available in the Excel form because it will be available in data source, cloud data source, right? Because when you are using Excel, right, you can deal only with 1 million of data, not more than that. Okay, it is limited when it comes to Excel. So that is why people would generally store the data into the databases. So and from the databases, they get the data and they would do some manual things according to their requirement, right? So basically, what we need to understand, once I get the raw data, I have to do some manual work if I want to understand anything, any insight, like today's date sales, last date sales, anything, whatever I want to understand. But instead of doing this manual work, why don't I develop a dashboard? Why don't I maintain the dashboard in a server? So whenever it is required, I can simply open the dashboard and I can refer it so that I'll come to know what is happening quickly by just referring the URL. That is how we are going to make the thing simple. Okay. For example, the same thing, I have built it as a dashboard and it is going to like this. Mm, let's say I just converted that raw data into this dashboard format. Now, as a product owner, it is easy to interpret the data, right? For example, what is my sales? What is my order quantity, the total order quantity? And what is my profit, discount, number of order data, region wise sales, category wise sales, segment wise sales, subcategory wise sales, country wise sales, and year, quarter, region wise sales, right? I can quickly refer this dashboard and I can understand what is happening in my business, right? So that is the main use case. Okay. It makes the thing very easy for business people. All right. So this is the main thing. Okay. All right. Any questions? No questions? Are we good?
What you're showing is a Tableau dashboard or what's
Whatever it is, even I can also build this dashboard from Tableau also. It is from LinkedIn and it is from Power BI. Okay, as you can see here. But I can build the same dashboard even from Tableau also. It doesn't matter. All right. Okay, wow. Guys, please respond. If you don't understand, tell me I don't understand this part. Tell me again. I'm always happy to say it again. No problem.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine
If
to
you
understand.
understand, it is also respond like yes, it is fine. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, it is fine. What you're telling is we can create dashboards so that it will be easy to understand.
Yes, exactly. All right. Okay. Super. Great. Next, I'm going to tell you how to install Tableau in your system. Okay. When it comes to Tableau installation, we have to understand few things. Okay. Don't worry about this notes and all. The same thing you can also find it in the notes, which I'm going to send it at the end of the session. Okay, each and every end of the session, I'll be sending a notes, whatever I'm covering at the today session. Okay, so when it comes to Tableau installation, we have to understand few things. Generally, we would be developing a dashboard using Tableau desktop version. So Tableau desktop is the product, one particular tool. Okay, kind of PDF tool, Excel tool. There are so many tools out there, right? So using Excel, I can do some manipulation. I can do some data things and all, right? So similarly, using Tableau desktop, I can build a dashboard something like this. Okay, but unfortunately, it's a paid version. Okay, now it is not open source like Power BI, but when you go to Power BI, it is open source. Anyone can download Power BI and you can use it. You can build a dashboard without any cost. But Tableau desktop is not like that. Okay, it's a paid version. It's not an open source. That is why Tableau has brought up another product called Tableau Public. Okay, using this also you can build a dashboard. Interface wise, both are very similar. Both are same only. Okay, but it's a limited version. Limited version in the sense some feature may not be available. Some advanced feature may not be available in the Tableau Public. So limited feature. But interface wise, both are looks like same, nothing different. But feature wise, there are some limitation when it comes to Tableau Public. Okay, so we are going to download Tableau Public only because it's a paid version, right? So that is the reason. Okay, but don't think like, okay, why I want to use Tableau Public because it has only limited features. Then how I can play around all the features? Okay, but for now you don't worry about it. Just forget about it and start using this Tableau Public for now. Okay, the reason I'm telling this, after 20 or 25 days, just start download this Tableau desktop because Tableau is also giving another option to download Tableau desktop version. Okay, but they are going to give you this Tableau desktop only for 14 days as a trial period. So whichever advanced version, right? Advanced feature and all, just note it down while I'm taking the session. Just note it down. After 20 or 25 days, just try to download Tableau desktop version. During the 14 days trial period, you can play around all the feature whichever you missed, right? While using this Tableau public version. Okay, so this is the idea. This is the way we are going to deal. Another thing you should remember, don't think like I can experience those missed feature only for 14 days. Not like that. Okay, there is not much. All the mandatory feature will be available in the Tableau public. Very some of the feature only will be restricted. Those also you can play around when you are downloading Tableau desktop version for 14 days. Okay, this is the idea. All right, clear? Without understanding this, you cannot use Tableau product properly. So that is why I'm asking, are you clear with this instruction?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So first, let me tell you how to download Tableau public version. Okay. Now I'm going to post a download link in your chat window as well as WhatsApp group. Okay. Just click on that link. I'll also instruct you how to do that here in my screen. Okay. First, let me post that link. Okay. I just posted in WhatsApp and I okay, I also could see some raised hand. I'll come to you. Wait for some moment. Okay. Okay. So this is the link. If you open this link, I have posted in WhatsApp as well as chat window. Okay. So what you need to do, just put that link in Chrome or any browser that you are using and open like this. Okay. I want everyone to do this process right away. If you have any questions, you can ask me right away. So before that, let me take a question from Swarna and Aish. Swarna, what is your question? Yes, Swarna, what is your question?
I don't have any questions and I write this by mistake.
Okay, okay. Then you can write down. How about Aish? I do hope you two don't have any question. All right. So now once you open this link, right, it will open the window something like this. Post which what you need to do, fill up with your first name. For example, my first name is Srinivasan and last name whatever you have, and your Gmail ID or whatever the personal email ID you have. Okay. And then organization you can update whatever you want. You can put HCL, TCS, whatever you want. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. And choose the organization, some whatever you want. Next job title you can choose like AR or analyst. Okay. And then country and your phone number. Check this box and click on this download trial. Okay, once you click on that button, it will start downloading Tableau public product. As you can see here, look at here in the top right corner, it has already started downloading Tableau.
But you downloaded that one only, desktop only, no?
How we are saying this is desktop?
And the name, Tableau desktop.
Hold on a second.
I saw Tableau public in the down, Tableau community somewhere in the down.
Sorry. Yes, I posted a wrong link. That is for Tableau desktop. Okay. So Tableau public, I'm just posting now.
Okay.
Link here. Okay, now I have posted another link. Okay, which is for Tableau public. I'll also try to edit the previous one as Tableau desktop. But I don't want anyone to download Tableau desktop now, because if you install it, it will immediately start the trial period of 14 days. I don't want anyone to utilize now, because in the beginning I'll be giving some basic understanding of Tableau, right? After 10 or 15 days, you will start understanding more things. So that is the right time to download Tableau desktop. Okay, don't download Tableau desktop for now. Mistakenly, I have posted Tableau desktop link instead of Tableau public link. Okay.
It's specific to email ID and mobile number, right? With different email ID and mobile numbers.
So somehow your voice is not clear for me.
What I'm asking is that this desktop, right? It's more specific to a particular email ID and mobile number, right? So with different email IDs and mobile numbers, we can have times, right?
No, you
Or
can use same. You can use same also. No problem.
I mean, it ends after 14 days, no? So if you want to reuse it again, then we can have some
No,
different
you
email ID.
cannot. You cannot, because generally Tableau license will be embedded with your hardwares. Okay, hardware things and all. That is why you cannot use. Even if you try it, again it is going to say like you have already utilized 14 days trial period, something like that. Okay, it won't work.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt. Should I check in the don't send product usage data or should
You
I
can
uncheck?
check it, no problem, you can check it.
Okay.
It is for some time, you might end up with some error. Okay, so
Mm.
if you check that option, that error things will be shared to Tableau so that they will improve. It is going to help them to improve that particular error things and all. Okay, so that is your wish. If you want, you can check it. Otherwise, you can leave it. No problem. Okay, so as I told you, look at here. Once you put this link, it will open something like this. Select the role, anything you can select, no problem. For example, personal user, company, whatever you want, title. Let me choose analyst, number of employee, you can choose whatever you want, and click on download app. Okay.
But what I'm downloading is showing us Tableau desktop. Is that correct?
No, that is not Tableau desktop. That is Tableau public, as you can see in the URL.
But for me, it's downloading. It's like showing Tableau desktop and the installation is in progress.
So that is what previously I have posted Tableau desktop link. Okay, post which I have also shared Tableau public link.
But I
There
have
are two
downloaded
links.
the desktop. Is that
You
okay?
download it, leave it, no problem. Okay, just click
Okay.
on the another link which I shared, which is for Tableau public, and start downloading the Tableau public one. Okay, so just go to this link and fill up the details, something like this, and hit on the download app.
But I got only one link from you, sir. Actually, it's desktop only. I got it. Tableau public
WhatsApp
product. Yes.
in chat window I have posted. Let me post it in the WhatsApp also.
Okay.
I just posted now. Okay. So now this is for Tableau. Otherwise, I'll do one thing. Let me remove this link so that people will not get confused. All right. So now I have removed the Tableau desktop link, which is not needed for now.
Uh, no, should I uninstall now that desktop part?
Sorry, Annapurni. What is the question?
Sir, should I uninstall now the Tableau desktop part or let it be in my system?
Did you install it?
Yes.
But I never asked you to double click on it, right?
Sir, actually, you said you are going to share in the chat window. I thought
I
instead of this chat window, I checked in the WhatsApp. I didn't see
Yeah,
the.
that is all fine, but I never ask anyone to double click on the exe file, right? I just ask you to download it. I never ask to install the product, right? Okay, no problem. Leave it, no
No, no, Mehdi.
problem. Just, select country. Where is
Now it's
country?
showing the don't leave just yet. You have only through and then now it's showing some screen Tableau, Salesforce, something.
Hold on a second. I'll come to you. Wait. Now they have changed the link, I think. Now it is downloaded. Okay. Okay. Look at here. I just visited this link. It is automatically start downloading Tableau public version. Right. That link I have posted in chat window as well as in WhatsApp. Okay. Everyone click on that link and start download the Tableau public version. But again, it is Tableau desktop version. Oh no, no, sorry. Hold on.
Again, you have shared the desktop versions, right?
Yes, yes. I put Tableau public only, but it is giving Tableau desktop.
No, no.
So now I have to download the Tableau public download, right?
Yes, yes. Can you download the product from this link? This one I'm asking. Because it is asking select a country for me, but there is no field to enter a country.
I have
Are you
downloaded it.
experiencing? Did you
Even
get
I
the
am
country
getting the
field?
same place, select a country.
Yeah, I got it. I selected student and country automatically came as India. Then I downloaded the app. Now it is completed.
Did you use the same link?
Yeah, the link which you sent as www.tableau.com/product/public download.
That's what I'm also using.
Yeah, this one only.
Somehow it is not showing country for me.
For me also, it is asking select a country.
Right, right. Company.
Try selecting
Okay,
schools.
okay. Hold on. I'll do one thing. So here it is. Public, but this is for public platform, not for download. Here it is, I think.
When I minimize the monitor, the tab, I didn't get the option. After maximizing, I got that option.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do the same thing. Public. I'll check it in the yes. I'm getting now. I think. Okay, this one. Yes, public. I tried in different browser. I'm getting this option. I'll show you. Is my screen visible with different browser?
Yes.
Okay, look at here. This time I'm getting, and it's Tableau public. Okay, now I'll show you. I'll also post the same link. Pop-up blocker. So sometime your pop-up blocker will block it. Okay, so what you need to do, click on this and it will give you the option to enable, like it will, you can allow the option, okay, without blocking it. Just click on this and click on done so that it will not block you. Okay, so as you can see, it is giving this green color, right? I can click on this Windows since it is my, I'm trying to download this for Windows. Look at here, it is started downloading. Okay, so Tableau public desktop version. This is the one we are trying to download. Okay, so I want everyone to do the same thing, but make sure before downloading this, in the URL, make sure you're getting public. Okay, so if you're getting desktop, then that is not the one we are download. We need to download. Okay, so that is a different one. We need to download when you are seeing public in the URL. Okay. Or otherwise, I'll do one thing. I'll put this in OneDrive and share you the link so that anyone can click on this link and download it. I'll do it right away. Let this down. Let this complete.
Sir, sir,
Mm, mm.
sir, it is showing the same thing to select the country.
Wait. I'll tell you. Mm.
So we should select India, right? The country.
Yes. Now tell me, what is an issue? Someone was saying some issue, right? What is that?
It's for me. For me, it's downloading, sir.
It's downloading now.
I'm using this different version, different that is Explorer.
Okay, all right then. She is saying she can able to download it. What is your issue?
Same issues, please click them.
Sorry, what is an issue, Dhanashekhar?
We have posted a new link, right? Tableau public download. There,
Right.
we selected student, but there is an issue. Please select the country. We can't able to select the country there.
Can you try in different browser other than Chrome?
Okay.
Because even I was also getting same issue. After switching to different browser, I could able to download this. Try it. If you are getting same, then do let me know.
In Chrome, it's not supporting, I think so. I've downloaded to Microsoft Edge. Wow, a green check.
How is working in classroom? Hello.
So for me, this version, the same you downloaded as working fine, so I can leave it. That's it now. I don't want to use the link which you sent now.
Sir, for me it is downloaded.
Sir, that has a public desktop only, no, sir.
So you're on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Someone muted
Yes,
me. I
sir.
don't know who. Okay. So,
Sir, that link also desktop public only, sir. Public desktop only.
which link?
Last user, no, sir.
Can you share your
WhatsApp.
window? Can you share your screen?
Sir.
Hmm. Okay. This is Tableau public desktop. Okay, this is Tableau public only. This is not Tableau desktop. Okay. Are you clear? I hope my screen is visible for everyone. So in my download folder, I have Tableau public desktop thing. Okay. So just double click on it, whatever you have downloaded, and check this option and check this option also, no problem, and click on install. Okay. Click on install. It will ask you the permission. Okay, as a system administrator, you should click on yes. Okay, that means you are allowing to install Tableau public in your system. Okay, so that is what it means. Since I have already installed, I'm just canceling this request. But you should click on next. Okay, so that it will be installed. Okay, that's all. This is how you would need to install a Tableau public version. Okay,
Sir, I installed.
okay, all right. So likewise, I want everyone to install Tableau Public in your system. If you have any questions, ask me right away. Sahana, can you please share your screen so that I'll help you to install? Sahana. Sahana, can you hear me? You have posted a message saying that asking me to explain once again. Yeah, I'm okay to explain it once again. So instead of that, if you can share your screen, I can help you to install the Tableau. Please respond me at least through message. Okay means are you going to share your window? How? Okay, Mithun, tell me what is your question?
It's showing almost done. Click
Almost done,
restart
okay.
to click restart to reboot the computer and complete the process of installing or uninstalling.
Okay, then it is fine. After this session ended, you can restall your system so that it will be installed properly. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you once again. Okay. How to install Tableau Public once again quickly, so that whoever did not install Tableau Public, just go back and do it once again. All right. So what you need to do, I have posted a link in chat window as well as WhatsApp. Okay, in the OneDrive link. Okay, which looks something like this. I'll show you. Okay. Okay, copy. I have posted a link. What you need to do, just copy that link and put it in the URL, which will open the window something like this. Okay, click on download so that it will download the exe file. Once it is downloaded, this is how it looks. Just double click on it, check the agreement and click on next so that it will be installed. That's all. Very simple.
So for me, it's showing like Tableau Public Book 1. Is that correct?
Can you share your screen?
You know how to share it.
There will be option called share your screen.
Next.
Look at here. This is the sharing icon, okay, which will be populated before this end call option. If you click on this, it will allow you to share your screen.
So my screen has been visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Now it's like this. Is this correct?
This is correct. This is correct. You have successfully installed it.
Okay. Because you said some exe and all, which I didn't do. That's why I got confused.
Yeah, this is correct. All right, you can stop. Yeah, you can stop. Do you have any questions? Any other questions? I want everyone to install Tableau Public before joining tomorrow's session. Okay. If you have any questions, ask me so that I'll get it clarified. Okay. All right. With this, we can wrap up the today's session. Rest of the thing we will continue in the next session. Yes. Someone was about something. Why are you laughing? I am not making any joke.
Sir,
No
the
questions.
session recordings will be updated in the WhatsApp.
Yes, they will be sharing recording link. Okay, once it is ready, they'll share it to you. You can refer it back.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
will you be explaining the course duration and syllabus tomorrow or day after tomorrow somewhere?
Syllabus you can get it from Besant Tech people. Okay, so there'll be Besant Tech admin people, right? So I'll be going according to the syllabus only. That I'm sure. Okay, but
Can you please
syllabus
share in
you.
the WhatsApp group?
That is what I'm
Syllabus.
saying, man. That is what I'm saying. You should get it from the Besant Tech admin people.
Oh,
Okay.
from Kadiresan or someone you sent in the group, right?
Right. They have already posted so many instructions, right? Who is your admin people? Who is your
No,
contact person?
usually the trainers will share in the WhatsApp group. That's why I asked. Okay, I'll
I
ask
don't
them. Thank you.
have. Okay, yeah. I don't have. You can get it from them. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
All right, then we can leave for the today's session. We'll continue rest of the things in tomorrow's session. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm going to install Tableau Public because this is the new system. I haven't installed anything. All right. So give me a moment. I'm just opening my window.
Sir, one small suggestion.
Yes, please.
In this group, they are asking us to track the attendance individually, which is we are getting so many messages on a daily basis.
No, I never ask anyone to share your detail, right? I ask you to join in the appropriate name. Like I ask you to join in the team. While joining in the team, you have to join in the name of your ID underscore name. That is what I told you yesterday, right? So
But they are
someone.
insisting us to mark the attendance in the group itself, even though we are. So it's like we are getting so many messages. Like someone
Who
said like
insists? Who
this.
has insisted?
I asked. I think Kartika.
Instructor.
I already told that at least they could have proposed like a poll kind of votes, so we can pick and we can mark our attendance, right? So it's like we are getting so many like 100 messages we are getting daily, which is not necessary. Like, can you please?
The notes you shared, right? The notes you shared has lost somewhere in between this message. It's difficult to find out what documents has been shared. So
No. Yeah, I'll come to that point. I can also share it again, no problem. But my question is, who has insisted to share this attendance things in WhatsApp?
Yeah, some Besant coordinator, I guess.
Kartika. I
Karthika. Wow.
Yeah, even
Okay,
though
okay.
I asked her about the suggestion like poll vote, she said this is our kind of making attendance. You should you should follow this. There is no other way like that. She said.
No, this is not the
I
best idea.
completed
On a daily basis,
I completed
yeah,
3 to 4 courses. They never asked like this. This is the first
yeah,
group
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have
This
seen.
yeah.
is
First time,
Even
yeah, correct.
sir, even in Excel also we are marking attendance, but in a poll level, like we are ticking whether we have attended or not. That's simple as it is. At least we can view who's overall attended. But this is
okay. I
quite.
got it. I got your point. Hold on. I'll tell you. Okay, so definitely this is not the best idea with Kartika. But what I'm saying for you, don't send a message like this. Okay, I'll take care of it.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is
Thank you.
what I would have told you yesterday also. Okay, I never
But
ask
I
anyone to send a message. Yeah, definitely I can understand. Kartika is the one asked you to send a message something like this. So what I'm saying, I'll talk with her. Okay, you no need to send message something like this.
and one more thing, sir. This in this team meeting, I couldn't enter rename my name with the student IDs. Where I have to do this?
That I cannot tell you. No, like
If
there'll be
you
there'll be
join
some
through the
option.
browser,
While joining, it will show your name.
Yeah,
That
first
the
time
time
it'll
you
ask,
can.
ma. Yeah. First time
Yeah,
it'll
first
ask,
time
but
I skipped it.
next time it'll
So
not ask.
yes,
Okay.
directly it's entering. So
Mm,
we
Okay,
can
just explore on
join
it. You
via
can
browser. No?
definitely you can find that option. Okay. So another thing, another instruction I want to say, whenever you want to talk, right? just raise your hand. If I say okay, then please talk, because we have almost around 100 people. Okay, if each and every people start and giving your opinion, which would make the session confused. Okay, that is why it might overlap with others. That is why I'm saying. Okay, so if you want to talk, just raise your hand. Once I call out your name, then you can start talking. Okay, so
Yeah,
that
sure.
it will go smoothly.
Yeah, sure. Sorry
All
to
right,
interrupt. Sorry.
no problem, no problem. All right, okay. So now, as I instructed, don't send any message in WhatsApp for attendance purpose. I'll take care of it. Okay, that's all. And now let me come to this point. Okay, I hope my screen is visible for everyone with Chrome window, right?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. So, to mhm. I have some screen resolution problem. This is desktop. Okay.
You had kept it in OneDrive. You can take that, no?
No, this is my new system. I don't have access for this WhatsApp and all. Okay, so that is why. Or otherwise, I'll send. Okay, let it be. All right, it has started. So I'm just adjusting my screen resolution immediately. Um, okay, maybe I'll do it later. Restart, huh? Super. Okay, I'm going to restart my system. Okay, once it is up, then I'll come back. Right? Give me a moment. Now I'm going to open Tableau. So once it is installed, this is how you can find the Tableau public. Okay, in the bottom of your screen, there will be a search option. Just type Tableau, and you can find this installed tool. Okay, just click on it to open it. It is open. Okay, so let me make it smaller. I have some screen resolution problem. That is why I'm just keeping like this. Okay. So once it is installed, this is how the interface looks like. Okay. So this is the Tableau tool. Using this, we are going to build a dashboard and everything. Okay, whatever I told you yesterday. So in the left hand side, you can find all the connection pane. Okay, connection pane in the sense without data we cannot do anything in the Tableau, right? That is what I told you yesterday, because Tableau is the visualization tool using which I'm going to build a dashboard. Okay, that is for sure. Without data I cannot do anything, right? So connecting the data is the essential thing in Tableau. Okay, in the left hand side there is an option called connect. Under this connect you can find two different options. One is to a file, another one is to a server. Okay, under to a file you can find all the flat file related connectors. Flat file related connection means static file. What are the static files? Excel, text file, JSON, MS Access. Like these are static file. Why I'm calling this a static file? Because generally data will not automatically load in this file, right? So in Excel, definitely until or unless I updated the information manually, none of the data will come and store in this Excel, right? So that is why I'm saying this as these are static files. Okay, so these static files you can find under this to a file. Okay, all these are connectors. For example, if I want to connect the Excel, then I can click on this connector. Then I have to target the file that I'm going to connect. Okay, this is how I can connect it. Under to a server, also I'll be having some set of options. Okay, so here in real time it will list all the databases. Okay, See, it is going to give you the list of connectors like Snowflake, Oracle, MySQL, Amazon Redshift. There are so many databases. Everything will be listed here. Okay. If you click on more, it will give you all the options. But since it is Tableau public version, it is giving only limited amount of connectors. Okay, only 3. Okay. So Maya saying I'm not audible. Is it happening only for Maya or is it for everyone? Am I audible for all?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for
You are
confirming.
audible.
Sir, audible.
Okay,
Audible.
thanks for confirming. Maya, then it could be some other reason from your end. Okay, just go back and check your audio or some other thing. You have to check if you're not hear me. Okay. Yes, Punmadan, what's your question? Punmadan asked, raise your hand. What's your question?
No, sir. No, sir. I clear.
Then rise down, please.
Hello.
Rise down.
No, sir. No question.
If you don't have any question, raise down your hand.
No, sir.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Please be on mute. Okay. Thank you. So under to a server, you can find all the connectors that are related to cloud-based database like MySQL, Amazon Redshift, Snowflake. All are the data will be stored in cloud, right? It is not storing the data in the local machine. Okay, but when it comes to Excel, it is not like that. Excel, you can also store the data in your local machine, but to a server is not like that. Okay, the connection that you're finding here, all those connections related things, right? It will be store the data in the cloud, not in your local machine, right? So those kind of connectors you can find under to a server. Okay, this is the concept. Okay, so tomorrow, next day, like which is Monday, I'll show you how to connect one of the database, like one of the server related database. Okay, I'll show you. Currently, I don't install PostgreSQL like that. So once it is installed, I'll show you. Okay, on Monday, I'll show you. Okay, but today I'm going to tell you how to connect the Excel data. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to tell you how to connect the data. Okay. So data can be stored in any form, right? It can be stored in Excel text file, or it can be stored in database. In database, it most probably it will be in a table format, right? So we have to connect to the corresponding area. So if my data available in Excel, I have to connect the Excel connectors. If my data available in Snowflake, and then I have to connect the Snowflake database. Guys, please be on mute. When we have a lot of people, we please cooperate. Then only I can manage it, right? Otherwise, I should keep on say, please be on mute, be on mute. That is why I'm giving instruction. If you have any questions, raise your hand, ask your question. It is very clear, right? Until you have any question, please don't unmute yourself. Okay. All right. Thanks for understanding again. So now I'm going to tell you how to connect the data. Okay. So now let's say my data available in Excel form. Okay. Then I have to click on Excel. Then I have to go target to that particular Excel. Okay. Hold on a second. I have my Tableau repository. Okay. I don't need to be installed. Okay. So let me click on Excel. Once you click on Excel, you have to target any Excel. Okay. If you go to documents folder, generally when you install Tableau, it will automatically give you the folder called My Tableau repository. But as far as I know, hold on a second, October 8th, this is November 7th. Okay, this is the oldest folder it is giving because this is my backup. All right. So this folder will not come when you install Tableau public version. Okay. This will come when you install Tableau desktop version. Previously, I was installed Tableau desktop. I was having Tableau desktop. That is why I am having this folder. Okay. So when you install Tableau desktop version automatically create the folder called My Tableau repository in the documents folder. Okay. Why it is created? Because Tableau will manage all all the related file, all the necessary file, whichever file necessary for the Tableau installation, those will be available here. For example, Tableau needs some images, some arrows, some shapes, or something like that, and it required some extension. Okay, so those related property will be managed inside this folder. Okay, so inside the same folder I can also find the folder called data source. Okay, if you get inside this, then you can find the file called sample superstore. Okay, again I'm saying this file will not be available when you install Tableau public. Okay, this will be available when you install Tableau desktop only. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this file through WhatsApp. What you can do, once the session ended, you can open, you can take this file from the WhatsApp and you can try to play around with this file. Okay, this is the idea. All right. Okay, now I'm going to connect this particular file. Let me click on this and click on open. Says that query is being executed. Fine. Okay. Hold on a second. It is very zoomed format. Mm, display orientation 125. Is it fine? It's very small. Students. Mm, changes. Okay. My website does not confirm. I think now it is better. Okay. Fine. So now let me connect with Excel. This file. Okay, and once you connected with the data, this is how it looks. Okay, the next interface, this is how it looks. The left hand side, someone raised hand. Gautam, yes.
Well, you have downloaded the Excel file from the Tableau versions of the desktop version, but can we use any sort of Excel file like our Excel files to play around with
Absolutely
it?
fine. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is something obvious, right? Because Tableau is not for connecting one and only Excel. Okay, you can connect whatever the data you want and you can visualize it. Okay, that is a purpose. Definitely yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So yes, Madhubala, what's your question?
Yeah, like you told, like in desktop version, there should be repository. So can we use desktop or a public version? Is that which is one is like fine or
Did,
comfortable?
did you attend the yesterday session?
No, no. Today only I attended. Sorry for that.
So, yeah, no problem. So yesterday, this is something I have told you in the yesterday session. Okay, so the thing is like
Okay, okay.
we have two different tools. Okay, to Tableau Public and
Mm,
Tableau Desktop. The people
okay.
in real time, the people would use Tableau Desktop only. That is the professional edition.
Oh, okay,
But that
okay.
is the paid version. Okay, you cannot download it with free of cost. Okay, so
Oh,
that is why I advised everyone to use Tableau Public, where you can find only limited amount of feature. Okay.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
what is our idea for next 15 or 20 days? You can use the Tableau Public. Okay. After
mm,
20 days, you can start downloading Tableau Desktop. Okay. So once it is installed and start installing, you can get 14 days trial period. Okay. So
oh,
during the
mm,
14 days trial period, whatever the feature you missed while using the Tableau Public, you can play around
mm,
all the features in the Tableau desktop. Okay, within 40 days, you can experience all
mm.
those things. That is our idea.
Okay,
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 because this is
okay.
learning period, right?
Yeah, yeah,
First
yeah,
10
yeah.
to 15 days. If you download
Mm,
it, then you will lost everything. You don't know what are the features we need to
mm,
use something like that. Is why I have advised something like this.
mm.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
all right. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let me come back to our topic. Once you connect with any data like Excel, any of the Excel data, this is how the second interface looks like. Okay. In the left hand side, it is going to list all the tables. Table number 1, 2, 3, something like that. It will show you. Okay. I'll also open that particular data. Hold on a second. Um, okay. This is the one I connected, right? Okay, this is our data. This is what I connected through Tableau. Okay, and this. All right. So this is our data. This is what I connected in the Tableau. Okay. As you can see in this Excel, I have three sheets: order sheet, people sheet, returns sheet. Okay. So all these three sheets consider as separate table when it comes to Tableau. Look at here: orders table, people's table, returns table. This is how generally it behaves. Okay. So now I can decide which table I'm going to use. Okay, even you can also use multiple tables. That part I'll come later. Okay, for now I'm going to use one table. So whichever table you want to use, you just drag and drop in this layer. The place where I'm drag and drop, that place is what called as a logical layer. Okay, this is important. If you want, you can note it down. Okay, so I'm going to drag and drop in the logical layer. That means this is the table I'm going to utilize in the Tableau. So the left hand side, it is listed all the tables, right? It doesn't mean that I'm going to use all of them. Okay, now it is just giving all the available table. I need to decide which table I'm going to use. Okay, according to that, it just drag and drop in the logical layer. Okay, so now in the Once you drag and drop in the bottom, it will show two different things. In the right hand side, it will give you the preview of this particular table. For example, in this table, we have these many columns: row ID, order date, ship date. So we have these many columns, and this is the quick preview of that particular data. I can just quickly preview the data. That is the purpose of this particular option. Okay, this particular window. Okay, and similarly, I have another preview option. In this option now. So in the left hand side also, almost it is giving similar option, right? But here you cannot see all the data. You can find only the columns, all the list of columns. For example, row ID, order date, all the columns. Along with that, it says where it is coming from. It is coming from orders table, right? So that is what it says. Basically, these two windows are nothing but it's just a preview window. Okay. So as you can see, initially it will give you the 100 records for preview the data. It is not full preview. Okay, it's just 100 data. But if you want, you can also expand up to 200 or 300 or whatever the number you want. Okay, for preview. Okay, but the total records. This is my total records I have from this orders table, and I'm just previewing only 200 records from this overall records. Okay, this is what it means. So basically these two windows are preview data. And another thing, another way of preview the data, when you're seeing this table, right, here there is an option called view data. You can also click on this icon. It will show this preview data. Same option, whatever you see here, right, the same option also available here. Here also I can preview the data. I can drag and do more preview, more samples. Look at here, it is giving 10,000 records initially. Even if I want, I can also expand it. Okay, maximum number also I can expand it. So basically, these are the preview option. Whatever the table that you are drag and drop, you can quickly preview the data, how it looks, what are the column it consists, those are things. Okay, that is what you can do from these options. All right. Okay. Next, here you could see the option called connections, right? This connection is nothing but it will let you know that what is your connection. Basically, we have these list of tables where it is coming from. Is it coming from MySQL, Oracle, Snowflake? What is the source of the data? That information I can find it from here. So here it says Microsoft Excel. That means the table that I'm using, right, it is coming from Microsoft Excel. Okay, so that is what this connection say. And even I have, there is an option called add. This I'll explain in the later of the session, more detailed thing. But basically this is nothing but I can connect another data also on top of it. Now I have connected Excel. Even if I want, I can also connect another set of Excel file. Okay, that means I can create multiple connections, multiple data. Even I can connect one connection for Excel, another connection for Snowflake. That is also fine. Okay, so that is what basically this option. All right. Okay. Next, here I have union option. This also I'll tell you in the later of the session while we will talk about data modeling section. Okay, so that's all about it. Next, here in the right hand side there is option called filters. Right? Filters basically for filtering the data. And when it comes to Tableau, we have different types of filter. Okay, so those I'll tell you while we talk about filter in deep in depth. When we talk about it, then I'll tell you what is this type of filter. Okay, so this section also I'll come later. Okay, so apart from these options, in real time you can find another option here called live and extract. Here it will be presented here. Okay, I'll tell you. So desktop. So Basically, I'm just saving this workbook. Don't worry about it now. I'll tell you how to save the workbook and everything. Okay. For now, I'm going to tell you what is that live and extract thing and all. Okay. So now it is saved, I believe. Okay. Saved. I'm just going to open it. Control tab. Okay, now also it is not shown. Hmm. Hmm. Look at here. In real time, this is how it looks. Okay, since we are using Tableau public version, it is not showing those options, live and extra connection option. But when you are using Tableau desktop, you can find this option. Okay, because it's according to the Tableau, it's a sophisticated option which is not very mandatory. But when you go to real time world, it is mandatory. At the same time, you have to select the connection type. Okay, but learning purpose it doesn't require. That is why they did not include such feature in Tableau public. Okay, but I'll tell you what it is because it's an essential one. Okay, before proceeding anything, you should select the connection type. Okay, under connection, as you can see, you have to select either live or extract. That is what I'm going to explain now. Okay. Okay. Now I have Tableau workbook. This is my Tableau workbook. Okay. Wow. So now when I open Tableau workbook, I'll be connecting some data, right? Data can come from any source. It can come from Excel, MySQL, Oracle, as you already know. Okay. So let's assume this is my data source. Okay. And this data source name is MySQL. Okay. MySQL database is my source. Here I have 1000 records. Okay. I'm just connecting Tableau workbook with this MySQL. When I'm connecting the data, it will ask me under what type you want to connect the data. You want me to connect the data under live or extract? How? It will ask me. That is what basically this option. Okay. So first let me tell you what is live. Live means once you click on live, right, this option, what it will do, Tableau will directly render the data from this MySQL. Okay, so this is my Tableau workbook. If I connect MySQL under the connection of live, Tableau will directly render the data from MySQL. There is no intermediate thing and all. Okay. So if 100 records available in MySQL, the same number of records also available in Tableau also. Okay. So if 1000 records available in MySQL, those 1000 records also available in Tableau also. Even future on top of this 1000, 50 more records getting loaded. Those 50 more records also will immediately impact in Tableau. Okay, basically this is what live connection. Yeah, this is what live connection. Okay, it's a real-time update of data. As soon as the data populated in database, Tableau immediately render the data and populate in Tableau also. Okay, so this is what live. Next, I'm going to tell you what is extra connection. So once you click on this extract, right, what Tableau will do, it will create a local copy. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me create something here. Let's assume this is my system. This is my computer. The overall box, right? This is my computer. Okay, so this is my computer. Inside my computer, I have Tableau workbook. So definitely this database will not be available in my local computer because the data that I'm rendering, that is in cloud, right? That is why I put outside this. Okay, so that is a concept. All right, so once I click on extract, what Tableau will do, it will create a local copy. In my system itself, it will create a local copy, something like this. Let me name this as local copy of data. So Tableau will not render the data directly from the database. It will render the data from this local copy only. Okay. So at the time of clicking extract, right? When I'm clicking this extract, it will create this local copy. At that time it is creating this local copy, whatever the data that are available in the database, it will extract from the database and saved in this local copy. Okay, at the time of creating local copy, remember this. Okay, so currently in the MySQL there are 1,000 records, so those 1,000 records will be extracted and saved in the local copy. Okay, so here also I have 1,000 records. Yeah, and let me put another line from here to here. So data will come from database to local copy to Tableau. This is how data flow into the Tableau. Okay, so let's assume now currently I have 1,000 records in MySQL as well as 1,000 records in local copy. So after some time, 50 more records getting loaded into the MySQL. Okay, something like this, plus 50. Those 50 records will not be available in the local copy. But if you connected with live, then 1,000 plus 50, all the records will be available. But now if you are in extract connection, those 50 records will not be available in the local copy. So Tableau will show only these 1,000 records. So if you want to get this 50 newly added records, right, there is an option called refresh. You have to hit on that refresh. That is what refresh process. Okay. When you hit on this refresh button that is available in the extract connection, look at here, I'll show you. Here there will be option called create extract, right? But in real time it will show refresh. Okay. So if you hit on this refresh, again it will create another local copy by communicating with the MySQL, so that it will take all 1,050 records also will be available. And Tableau, this is how Tableau is getting updated records. Okay, so this is how this live and extract connection works in Tableau. All right, I'll also tell you one more example for this. Okay, one more simple example. All right, for example, this is very important, that is why I'm saying again and again. Some more examples. For example, I'm just downloading. Okay, let's assume I am going to watch a movie from YouTube. Okay, the movie that I'm going to watch, Terminator. I'm going to watch Terminator movie from the YouTube. Okay, so in the YouTube Terminator movie, the length is about 2 hours. The total length of this movie is about 2 hours. Okay, and currently it is available in the YouTube. I'm just watching this movie today. I completed one hour of video. It's over. So this is the time, this much time only I have for today. So now I want to watch this movie tomorrow from 1 hour, right? Because first part of the movie I have already watched. Tomorrow I'm going to watch next part of the movie. So tomorrow what I will do, I'll open that movie and what will try to watch it from 1 hour. I'll try to play this video, right? What would happen? Can anyone tell me? So my question is, if I try to play that video content from 1 hour immediately, what would happen? Anyone?
It would buffer
Why it will buffer?
Yeah, to buffer.
because
It
it
will
needs
take
to
some
load
time to
the
load.
Sorry,
content.
one by one, always. One by one.
It needs to
Over
load the
start.
content from
Exactly.
the source.
Exactly. Because that video content is not available in your local system. It is available in the cloud. Correct? Agree with me? Yes, no, anything? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that is the reason it is getting buffer. Basically, that content is not available in my local system. When I try to play that video content from 1 hour, definitely it will buffer according to the internet speed that you have. Then only it will start play. Correct? So this is what basically live connection example. If you if you are watching that video from YouTube directly, this is almost similar to live connection of Tableau. Okay, the same movie you have downloaded in your local system. Same 2 hours will be available, as you already know, right? Terminator movie now it is available in my local system. Right? Now I try to play this video content from 1 hour. Now tell me what would happen. Would that buffer? Madhubala, you can tell
No.
me since you have raised your hand.
Yeah. Like that local system is like, what is that local system? I couldn't get that. That's what I asked.
Local system means the computer that you're using, the laptop. If you are using laptop, then that is your local system. If you are using
Uh,
desktop, that is your local system.
no. You told like the Tableau will store in the local thing. That is, in my computer only it will store. In that way you were saying, huh?
That is what I'm saying. No,
In which format?
that I'll
I
come to
practic.
that point
Okay,
later.
okay, okay,
Okay, which
yeah, okay,
format,
okay,
how it
okay.
is, that I'll tell you later. But for now,
Practically
you
you
can
can
understand.
tell. Yeah.
For now, you can understand. Somehow it is storing in your local system. That is what you should understand. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now my question is, you have downloaded that video content in your local system that is available in your D drive or C drive, wherever you downloaded. It is available in your local system and you're trying to play this video content from 1 hour. Would that buffer? That is my question.
No, it won't buffer because
Why?
it's in one local system. We have the
Exactly.
full copy.
Exactly. So the entire content already available in my local system. That is why it is not buffering. Okay. So this is exactly similar to extract connection, this example. Okay. Another thing, now you have downloaded this video content that is available in your local system. Now in the YouTube, the original movie length, which is 2 hours, which is trimmed as 1 hour 30 minutes. Somehow YouTube has decided to trim this movie is about 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay. Then that particular change, would that reflect in your local copy?
No, it won't reflect.
Because we have downloaded this video content before this change, correct? So basically, if I want to get the same length of this movie, again I have to download this, correct? This is exactly what refresh option. If you hit on this refresh, what it will do, again it will go back to the database and extract all the data once again and put it in the local copy. So Tableau again will start rendering the data from this local copy. Okay, so that is what this live and extract connection with another example that I can explain. Okay, all are clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, super. This is one of the interview question. Okay, if you when you're going for interview as a fresher, definitely they will ask this question. There is no doubt about it. Just understand the concept. You no need to understand the summary of this live and extract. No, not at all required. Okay, just understand the concept. Based on this understanding, you can explain the way you want. Okay, so that is what people would expect. Okay, all right. So this is one thing. That option you can find it here. Okay, when you have Tableau desktop version. All right. So for any questions? No questions? Okay, super. So now in today's session, what we have learned, so we have learned how to connect the data basically. Okay, basically Excel data, and what how it will display the tables, what is logical layer, where I need to drag and drop, how I can preview the data. So how I can preview the data with all the columns, with increment of some more samples. Even I can also preview the data from this option also, right? And we have a filter option, but we don't know what is that. We'll tell you later. And what is live and extra connections. So these are all things we have learned in this session. Okay, just go back and play around. Remember, it is not about just listening the class. Okay, so you might feel like, okay, it is easily understandable when we watch the session. Yeah, that is fine, this is something obvious, but without practicing this, definitely you will not understand 100 percentage of that concept, whatever I'm teaching on a daily basis. Okay, so whatever I'm teaching, just go back and practice it. That is very, very important. Okay, if you have any question, come back and ask me in the next session. Okay, so that I'll help you. Right?
I have a small doubt.
Yes, yes, sorry.
Is the live connection available in the Tableau public edition?
No, no, it will not be available in Tableau public. It will be available only in the Tableau desktop version.
Oh, okay.
Even since that is what I show, here it is not available, right? Since we are using Tableau public version, that is why it is not available. If you are using Tableau desktop, definitely it will show here. Okay.
Okay, understood.
All right. And if you want to know, like, in the video, I would have explained like how live and extra connection will work, but that I was demonstrated when I was having Tableau desktop version. So since currently I don't have Tableau desktop version, I'm not getting the opportunity to explain with that option. Okay, but still I have such video. I'll share it. If you want, you can just go back and refer it. Okay, so that is also fine. I'll tell you. Hold on a second. Just put Innoverse Academy and it will give you this video. Um, this one. Here, I would have clearly explained what is live and extra connection with the Tableau desktop product, because that time I was having Tableau desktop. Okay, but now it is expired. I don't have a product, because even if you download it, you will also get 14 days trial period, right? So whatever I'm demonstrating in this video, you can also play around when you're downloading Tableau desktop version. Okay, but remember, it is not mandatory now. Okay, just if you want to play around, you can watch this video. That is my suggestion, just suggestion. Okay, clear? Any questions? If you want, I can also share the link of this video. This one. Okay, yes, I updated in WhatsApp. Just go back and refer it. Okay, that's all about the today's session. If you have any question, you can ask me now before leaving the session. Any questions? No? Are we good? Now everyone can talk because you are going to say yes or no, right?
No questions.
Okay, super. I'm just getting only one response out of almost 100 people.
No, sir. No questions.
Okay. Okay, super.
No
Always
question.
try to interact. Okay, interact in the session. I'm also just friend like you. Okay, just treat me as a friend. If you have any questions, you can always approach me with your appropriate questions. I'm always there to help you. Okay, so don't hesitate. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Is my screen visible for everyone?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you.
it's visible.
Okay. Thank you. So now I'm going to connect the Excel data. Okay. Today I'll also tell you how to connect the PostgreSQL because I have told you how to connect the Excel data by following which you can connect the text file, other flat files, that is fine. Okay, the same procedure only. But what if you want to connect some cloud related data? Okay, I'll show you one of the example, okay, in this session. But currently I don't have Tableau desktop in my system, but after some time I'll show you. Okay, so now I'm going to connect the Excel data. So click on the Excel connectors and you can target the file that you want to connect. Okay, so basically I want to connect this data. Okay, as you can see, I have got the data now. So now whichever table I want to use, that I can drag and drop, right? So I can take this and put it here. So the place where I drag and drop, right? What is the layer called as? Can anyone tell me?
Logical layer.
Okay, super. All right. Yes, that's right. That place is what called as a logical layer. Okay. There is a reason to understand what is this logical layer. Okay. Basically, you don't want to understand what is logical layer and physical layer, but you need to understand the place where I drag and drop, right? That is logical layer because there is another layer also here, which is called as a physical layer. Okay, so if I take other table and put it here, that means it will start doing some relationship, like basically relationship in the sense I'm connecting this table and this table using relationship method. Okay, but there is another layer, as I told you. If you drag and drop any table in the physical layer, that means you are performing joins. Okay, so just because of this reason only, you should know what is logical layer and physical layer. Okay, because this is also one of the interview questions. The interviewer might ask you like, what is logical layer and physical layer, or they might also ask you like, in which layer you would be performing joins and relationship. Okay, so basically we would perform relationship in the logical layer and joins in the physical layer. Okay, but you don't want to know what is joins and relationship for now, that I'll tell you later. Currently I'm just telling you what is logical layer and physical layer, that's all. Okay, nothing else. So as I told you, this is logical layer. Okay, so now let me take this out. Now I'm going to show you the physical layer. So if you want to get into physical layer, you have to right click on this table. Just right click and there is an option called open. Click on it. It will open something like this. Okay, so look at here. Now it is showing some box kind of thing, right? That means you are in physical layer. Now if you take any table, that means you are performing joins. Okay, so this is not a relationship. So that, just for that only, you should understand what is physical layer and logical layer. Okay, that's all. Now let me come out from this layer. If you want to come out from this layer, just click this X icon so that it will take you to the logical layer. Okay, that is what. So as I told you in the previous session, this is just a data preview. Here you can find all the data preview. So first 100 rows will be displayed here. Here you can find all the columns, right? This column and that column you can find, so everything. All right, and this connection pane will let you know that which database you have connected with, right? So currently we have connected with Excel, that is why it is showing Microsoft Excel. Okay, all of them. And here we have filter option that I'll tell you later, as I told you earlier. Now everything fine with this UI. Now I'm going to get into sheet number 1, which is basically actual development area. Okay, so that is where I'm going to build each and every chart. So in the bottom, there is an option called sheet number 1. Okay, if you click on it, it will take you to the development area basically. So that is where I would be developing a chart, bar chart, everything. Okay, and this is where in the top, besides to this filter option, right here only generally live and extra connection will show, but since it is public version, it is not showing here. Okay, but if you are in Tableau desktop, it will show here that option. But that option also I'll show you shortly once I switch my system. Shortly I'll be switching my system. Okay, so now I'm going to get into sheet number 1. As you can see, let me click on it. So this is the actual development area. All right. Hold on a second. I close and I'll reopen this because it's having some resolution problem, screen resolution problem. That is why it is in zoomed view. Okay. Now let me try to connect the same data. And let me click on the sheet number 1. Still it is in zoom view only. Okay, all right, let it be. So this is how sheet looks like. If we get into any sheet, this is how it looks. Okay, currently in default it will be created sheet number 1, but if you want, you can create multiple sheets also. Okay, so if you click on this icon, right, it will create a next sheet like this. Each and every sheet I can build a separate chart. One sheet I can build a bar graph, another sheet I can build another graph. Okay, that is a basic understanding of sheets. Okay, so now let me come to sheet number 1. All right, so in the sheet number 1, in the left hand side, you can find all the columns. We have taken a table, right? From the table, it will be having some list of column. So those columns will be listed here. As you can see, you can preview it basically. Another thing you can see here, each column will be mapped under one particular data type. What is the data type? So data type is basically nothing but you would need to tell the Tableau that this particular column, what kind of data it is holding. Okay, so the data that we have connected, right, in the table we have multiple columns, column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Likewise, we will be having multiple column, right? So in the category column, I'll be having some set of data. In the city column, I'll be having some set of data. So likewise, we have some set of columns. I would need to tell the Tableau that what kind of data it is holding. Okay, so based on that, it will start doing some manipulation and all, like some operations. Okay, if it is string, then you can perform some string related operations. String means text. Okay, so based on the data type, it will do some operations. Okay, so if you want to understand the data type of each and every column, you can click on this icon, small icon that is appear besides to this field. Okay, so here these are the data type we have with the Tableau. Okay, so now I'm going to open the notepad. All right, so when it comes to data type, right, we have some set of data type. For example, first, number itself, we have some multiple group of data type. When it comes to number, it can be whole number. Whole number means without any decimal values, right? So if you come across any number, something like this, the whole number, you should map this under number data type. Okay, for an example, as you can see, we have sales column. That sales column automatically mapped under number data type. Okay, basically you should not map this data type manually. Okay, when you load the data, Tableau will automatically recognize the data type and map something like this. But it is important to understand what is data type. Okay, without understanding, you cannot switch if it is required. Okay, so in some case you would also need to change the data type according to your requirement. Okay, so that is why it is important to understand what is the data type. So if the column contains some whole number, you should map it under number data type. Okay, so that is first thing. Next, if your column contains decimal numbers, something like this, then you should map it under number decimal. Okay, wow. For example, this has mapped under number decimal since it contains decimal related data. Okay, so that is something. And if you see this quantity, right, it has mapped under number whole because this column contains only the whole number. That is why it has mapped under whole number data type. Okay, so that is another thing. All right. Okay. Next, string data type. String means any text. If you come across any text, you can map the data type under string. Okay, so example would be something like this. Okay, so this should be, if your column contains this kind of data, then you should map it under string. Okay, even if your column contains the value mixed with text and number, that is also should be mapped under string only. Okay, can anyone tell me why? So why I want to map this under string, even though it contains some number in half of the part?
Quotes are
Anyone?
there.
Within single quotes.
Okay, let's assume I don't have quotes. Because in Tableau you cannot find any quotes, right? Basically in programming. Go ahead. No? Yes, let it be. Whatever the answer it is. Just tell me. No? Okay, so yes, go ahead.
Because it is the integer.
Excel number same come.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so the reason behind this, even though I have some number within the string, can I do some summation across these two? For example, I want to sum this with this. Is that possible? No,
Not
right?
possible.
No.
That is why. Okay, so that is why it is, we have to map it under string data type. So if you map this as number, however, you cannot do any summation, any aggregation basically. Okay, that is why you have to map it under string, so that you can, that means you are telling the tablet that this is just a string data type. I am going to perform only string related operations on this column. Okay, so that is what it means. All right. So next, date data type. So date means if your column contains something like this, any date related fields, then you should map it under date as a data type. Okay. And next, date and time. Sometimes your data might contains date along with time information. That time you should map it under date and time data type. Why? Because if I incorrectly map this under date data type, it will show only date, not time. Okay, that is why it is important to map it under date and time. Okay, accordingly. Even if your column contains only date, but accidentally you updated this as date and time, what would happen? It will give you default value of default value in the time information. Okay, I'll show you here. For example, this is my date field. Okay, currently it is mapped under date, right? So now let me switch this to date and time. Okay, before switch this, I'll show you how it looks. This is how it looks. Okay, this is fine. But I accidentally updated this data type as different one, date and time. This one. Okay, I will take this and put it here. Exact date. Okay, look at here. It is showing time information with the default time information because we don't have time information from the raw data. But if you have raw data with the time information, it will show. Okay, so you should. That is why it is important to map the data type according to the data that we have. Okay, so that is another thing. Now let me change back to date. Okay, and next data type we have geographical. Geographical means if your column contains any location related, then you no need to map it. Actually, Tableau will automatically map it under geographical data type. That means that field can plot it in the map. Okay, that is what it means. Any location that you want to refer, it is possible only through latitude and longitude information. Okay, I hope this is something you have already know. So for example, I want to go to one particular location. Okay, ABC location. So definitely this ABC location will be having latitude and longitude information in the Google. If you search for the ABC location, when you click on it in the backend, it will search with latitude and longitude information. Basically, it's a code for each and every location. Okay, based on that only, it will locate that particular thing in map. Okay, so here also, if you tell the Tableau that this is something location related, then Tableau will understand like, okay, this is something I can plot it in the map also. That means I should map some latitude and longitude information in the backend. That is what it means. Okay. So for example, here city and country columns, right? These are related locations, right? So that is why it has mapped under globe symbol. Okay. So string means it will show ABC. Like if you want to, you can also understand this through image, small icon image, or otherwise if you can also click and understand what is the data type. So here the city column actually mapped under string. At the same time, it is not showing ABC this time, it is showing globe symbol. That means it's a geographical data type. Okay, basically it's a string character, but it's a geographical data type. Okay, that you can find it here. So in the you should tell what is the geographical role. Is it city, state, what it is. That role you should map it here. Okay, if it is not mapped rightly. In this case, it is rightly mapped as city, but if it is different, you will have to change it. Then only it can understand this as a city. So now if I double click on that, it will automatically come here with information of latitude and longitude. Okay, and it will start plotting in the map. This is the specialty of putting the field as geographical. So geographical is nothing but simply you can understand like, okay, this is something location, nothing else. Okay, don't think beyond that. That's all. It's a location related field. That means it's a capable to plot in the map. That's all. This latitude and longitude code will automatically generated by the Tableau. Look at here, it is generated based on the city name that we have here. Okay, so this is what geographical data type. Okay, next Boolean data type. Okay, so now let me clear everything. Next, this is location. Example would be city. It's something like that. Next, Boolean data type. Boolean means if your column data says only true or false, then you can map it under Boolean. Okay, that means just true or false. But it will not be listed here Okay, but when you create such field, it will automatically show you. For example, I'm going to create such field through calculation. For now, you don't want to worry about the calculation field. I'm just going to create a field which is going to show it as true or false. Okay, so I'm just going to show Boolean data type. That's all. Okay, look at here. Now it is showing T/F. That means it's a Boolean data type. Okay, wherever you can find this T/F, that means it is going to produce only true or false. True or false, that's all. It's a Boolean data type. Okay, this is another data type that we have in the Tableau. Okay, so this is about the all the data types that we have in the Tableau. So for any questions? If you have any questions, you can raise your hand and you can ask your question. Yes, Sorish.
Sorry, Tableau, just like we use in Excel, do we use the DAX queries?
Currently, you don't want to worry about the DAX queries and all. DAX here it is, you will not call it as DAX. Here you will call it as calculations. Okay, when it comes to Tableau, it is calculations. In Power BI and Excel, you can call it as DAX. Okay, data analytical expression. Okay, that means it's a calculation. You can write some calculation. In Tableau, we would be writing some calculations by clicking on this. Okay, so that I'll tell you later. For now, I'm just explaining what is data type.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? No questions? Okay, all right. So next, I'm going to explain about this interface. Okay, here we have column shelf, row shelf, page shelf, filter shelf, marks card. These are the things, right? I'm going to explain one by one. So basically, the column shelf will work like a x-axis. Okay, it will work like a x-axis. For example, if I want to plot any chart, right, basically it should be based on x and y axis, right? So let me draw x and y axis. So this is my x axis, this is my y axis, right? So in y axis I have values of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, something like that. Okay, so it's increment of 100. Okay, remember that. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, so if I want to mark 300 in this graph, what should I do? I should mark it here, right? So what if I want to mark multiple value with respect to x values? For example, in x-axis also I have some values. Category number 1, category number 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I want to mark category 1 as 200, then I should mark it here, right? And category 2 as 300, then I should mark it here. Category 3 as 400, then I should mark it here, right? So likewise, I would need to mark it. So if I convert this into bar graph, how it looks like, this is how it looks like, correct? If you ask for bar, it will appear bar, but data point is matters here. Okay, so the data point that you're marking, right, that is what matters in this example. Okay, if you ask for line chart, then it is going to connect and show you like line chart. Okay, something like this. If it is bar graph, then if it shows from the x point to this particular point, and it will show like this. Okay, that basically you will be having x and y axis. Okay, based on this only we would be plotting all the graph. So here also it is same in the Tableau. Okay, for example, I'm going to take category in the x. Okay, so that means this area. So each and every category will be displayed here. Category 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, and y axis, I want to plot any measure values, any value related things. Then I can take any measure values. Okay, put it here. Now I got the graph. This is how basically I'll be putting a graph. Okay, based on this understanding. So if I swap it, this to y, this to x, then I'll be getting horizontal bar graph. That's all. So this should be here. Then it looks like horizontal bar graph. Okay, that is the way it makes sense. Okay. So similarly, I can also convert this into line. I can also swap it if it is required. Okay. That's all. This is the basic understanding of plotting any charts. Okay, keep this understanding. With this understanding, I'm going to make you understand more things, more some logical part. Basically, you would need to understand what is dimension and measure. Okay, so once you understand those things, right? What is dimension, measure, discrete, and continuous? Then only you can plot this kind of graph without any problem. Okay, you can easily plot this with that understanding. Okay, that is what I'm going to explain next. So, but detailed version of this explanation I'll come later. Okay, so basically I'm trying to explain this. All the plot that you're plotting, that is definitely going to be with a combination of dimension and measure, one dimension and measure. Okay, now we are going to understand what is dimension and measure. So now let me open the next sheet. In the left hand side, as I told you before, you can find all the columns, right? That is what I told you. But the column will automatically segregated into two parts. One is dimension and another one is measures. Dimensions are nothing but it's a categorical related data. Measures are nothing but it's a numerical data. Yes. Yeah, someone was about something. What was that? No. So dimension is the categorical data, whereas measures are numerical related data. Okay, so the fields that you are finding above of this measure names, right here, you can find a line, right? One line is there, right? Above of this line, whatever the field that you are finding, those are dimension, which will be in blue color. Okay, all are blue color, right? And the fields that are populating below of this line, those are measures, which will be in green color. This is the way you can distinguish whether it's a dimension or measure. If that field populated above this line with a blue color, then it is dimension. The fields that are populated below of this line, which is in green color, those are measure values. Okay, so that is what this field is also saying. So all these are measure values. All these are measure names. That means it's a dimension. Okay, another name of dimension, measure names. Okay, all right. This is one thing you should understand. So measure names means like dimension means it's a categorical data. If you drag and drop in the visual, right, it will show those dimension values. All these are categorical related, right? Categorical means I cannot perform some manipulation. I cannot do some aggregation, right? I cannot say like furniture plus office supplies. It will not return anything, right? That is what aggregation. Okay, basically I cannot perform any aggregation. That is what dimension basically. Okay. Example will be category, city, customer name. So these are product name. So these are things. Okay. So measure means it's a value. It's a numerical value. Here I can perform some aggregation. When you are dragging any dimension right here, it will always show only distinct value. In the visual, it will show only distinct value only. It will not show multiple value. But if you open this data as a Excel data, right, it will show multiple furniture, right? So I'll go back to the data source tab. I'll show you the preview of the data. Um, as you can see, what is the category? Here it is. Look at here. Here it is showing office supplies multiple times. Furniture, office supplies. So basically, it shows repetitive value, right? But when it comes to this sheet, right, Tableau shows only distinct value. That is how generally Tableau behaves. It will work like a pivoting basically. Okay, even in Excel also, if you put pivot, it will show only distinct value. If you noticed, if you did not notice, then go back and see how it is working. Okay, so here also it will work like that in Tableau also. Okay, it will always show only distinct value if you drag any dimension related values. Okay, now let me take this out and I'm going to bring one measure. Let's see how it is going to behave. I'm going to take the sales and put it here. Look at here. Now it is showing only aggregated value. That means I have taken sales, but it is automatically considered it as sum of sales. This is also general behavior of Tableau. If you take any measure value, it will automatically start doing aggregation. Aggregation means summation. Default aggregation is sum, min, max, average, all these are aggregation. Okay, example for aggregation. So default aggregation is sum. That is why Tableau automatically do sum aggregation on the sales. Okay, since it's a measure. If you take any measure, this is how it behaves. Okay. So this is another thing you should understand, and this will be in a green color. If you take dimension, then it will be in blue color pill. But if you take any measure, then it will be in green color pill. Okay, so this is what dimension and measure. An example for measure, sales, profit, discount. These are example for measures. Okay, now do you have any questions for understanding on dimension and measures? If you have any questions, you can raise your hand and you can ask me a question. And also understand one thing, it is essential to understand what is dimension and measure. Not only Tableau, if you go for any BA tool, even like Power BA, Splash BA, Quick View, like wherever you go, definitely there will be a concept called dimension and measure. There also they will be explaining the same thing. Okay, so it's a mandatory thing in all the BA tools, all the business intelligence softwares. Okay, so any questions? No questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Next, I'm going to tell you what is discrete and continuous. Discrete continuous applicable only on the measure, also on the date fields. Okay, I'll come to the date fields later of the session, but now I'm going to explain about the discrete continuous that is on the measure fields. So again, I'm saying this discrete continuous concept only applicable on measure values and date related fields. Okay, date related field I'll tell you later, but for now I'm going to explain on the measures. Why? I'll tell you. So if you click on this drop down, right, it will show you two different options: discrete, continuous. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the paint to explain this on more. So let me clear everything. So this is my y axis and this is my x-axis. Okay, so if I want to plot anything x and y, so category 1, 2, 3, 4, similarly value number 1 to like 100, 200, 300, 400, something like that. Continuous means that measure will be displayed from 0 to that particular value. For example, if I want to plot the value of 500, it will show from here to here, right? If it is bar graph, then it should show something like this. Sorry, not 300. I should plot something like this, right? So if you want to plot any graph, right, any graphical representation, this measure should be in this format. Okay, so that is what this format. Continuous format. Continuous means from 0 point to this particular point I'm plotting in a graphical representation. That is what continuous. Continuous means continuous unbroken value. From 0 to that particular value. 500 means 0 to 500 it will be plotted. Okay, that is what example for continuous. Discrete means it's a independent value. 500, then it will show 500 in text. That's all. Very straightforward. So if you want to show that value in a graphical representation, then you should keep that measure value in continuous. No, if you want to show only that as a text, which is independent value, then you can convert this into discrete. That's all. So discrete means it's a distinct and separated value, separate value. Continuous means unbroken, some range of value, 0 to that particular value. Okay, now this is the explanation of discrete and continuous. And another thing, continuous means it will be in green color. Okay, but if you convert this into discrete, then it will be in blue color. That also you should know. Okay, so look at here, as I explained in this example, discrete means that particular individual value. I told you, no. So look at here it is started showing independent value, but you should not forget it will always show aggregated value. You might ask me question like why it is showing single value, because Tableau, if you take any measure, right, it will, or Tableau will automatically start doing aggregation. What is the default aggregation? Sum. Okay, it should be in fingertips always. Whenever I'm asking this question, you should be ready to say default aggregation is sum. Okay, always. So if you take any measure, it will start doing aggregation of sum. So that is why it is showing sum. Sum of sales. Now currently I converted this into discrete value. Discrete value means independent value. So independent aggregated value is this particular value. What is this value? Sum of that particular column. If you open Excel, right, you can, if you sum that column, you will get this value. Okay, that is what discrete. So if I want to show this as a graphical representation, then it should be in continuous format. This to this, and as I told you before, default aggregation is sum, right? Similarly, default chart type is default chart type is bar graph. That is why it is showing in a bar graph. Okay. So that is the explanation about discrete and continuous. So for any questions, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand and ask me. No questions? Okay. All right. Super. So I think this is enough for today's session. I don't want to put more things. Just go back and play around whatever I explained today's session. Okay. So even though it looks like, okay, it is understandable. There is nothing complex, right? It is very, very easy. Even if you think like that, just go back and play around, then only you will understand some more things. Okay, So don't think like, okay, it is very easy only. Okay. So just drag and drop, like whatever the things I have done today, just do the same thing. What this guy is saying. Okay. So continuous means here to here. Okay. Let me keep this in mind. Something like that. Do it. Okay. So now give me 2 minutes. Okay. I'm going to switch my system and I'm going to quickly show you how to connect the PostgreSQL. Okay, with that we can wrap up the session. Okay, because in my laptop I don't have Tableau desktop. I'm going to switch my another system where I'm having a Tableau desktop. Okay, so that I'm quickly going to demonstrate PostgreSQL. All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So as you can see, this is how Tableau public looks. Okay, so this is how Tableau desktop looks like. Okay, it will not show anything. Just it will show Tableau. I'm just going to open Tableau desktop version. Okay, so now we know how to connect Excel and all. So look at here, since it's a Tableau desktop version, here it shows several connectors, right? Under to a server, there are so many connectors, MySQL, Oracle, Amazon Redshift, PostgreSQL, there are so many things and all. Even if you click on more, it will show more connectors. Mostly you will be finding all the connectors, all the database related connectors, okay, in the real time. This is how real time also looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to connect the PostgreSQL. Remember, you should have Tableau desktop along with PostgreSQL installed in your system, then only you can do the same thing. But for this session, it is not mandatory. It is not mandatory to connect the PostgreSQL and all. Just for one of the example, I'm going to show how to connect the. Don't think like, okay, I don't have PostgreSQL, I don't have Tableau desktop, then now I can play around. It is not required. Okay, just for an example only, I'm going to connect it. All right. So now let me search for PostgreSQL. Click on it. It'll ask you like this: what is your server, port, database, how you want to authenticate the database. Okay, username, password, and all. Okay. So I have installed PostgreSQL and I have localhost. So let me put localhost, but in the real time, you will be putting that particular server host name. Okay, it will be vary according to the organization things and all. Okay. Example, it looks like abc.com, something like that. Okay, so that is how it looks like. And port, according to the database, it will be vary, but the default port will be 5432. Okay, so database which I created in the PostgreSQL, Postgres. Okay, that is why I created. This also will be vary according to the organization. Okay, they will basically they will give you what should be the server, port, database, username, password, everything your organization will give you. Okay, so now let me select the PostgreSQL username, password. Sign in. Once you connected, this is how it looks. After this, everything is going to be same. Okay, as like Excel it is showing, right? So tables, all the tables, and look at here it is showing PostgreSQL, right? The connection name, because I connected with PostgreSQL. That is why it is showing. So here also same. Whatever the table I want, that I can drag and drop and put it in the logical layer. Okay. Here it will show the preview, column preview. Look at here. Here it is showing live and extra connection and all. Right. Current in default it will be in live, but if I want, I can switch to extra connection. Okay. Whatever I told you before. And additionally, you can find one more option, which is custom SQL in the when you are connecting cloud related database. Okay, when you connect Excel, it will not show, but when you connect cloud related database, right? MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, something like that, then it will show this option. Okay, so this is nothing but it will allow you to write any SQL queries here. So based on the SQL queries, it will generate a table. That table you can use inside this logical layer. That is the concept of it. Okay. For example, here let me write simple query. Select star from test underscore tab. That is the table here I have. Even I can write whatever the query I want. That query there is no limitation queries for writing a queries. there is nothing like I can write only 10 lines, 20 lines. No, not like that. You can write n number of queries, and based on that query you can generate a table. Okay, so now I have written this query. Let me click on OK. Look at here, based on that query it has generated a table that has come and sit here. Okay, this table also I can use it here. That is the concept of custom SQL. Okay, so as I told you know before, we would be doing some data cleaning and all. When it comes to data cleaning, generally people would do it in the Tableau prep tool. That is a different tool. Okay, so that tool people would be using for yeah, Pawan, I'll come to you. Wait. So that tool people would be using for ETL purpose. Okay, but most of the organization will not be using that prepped tool. They will be doing all the ETL work. ETL means data cleaning work will be doing in the custom SQL itself. By writing a custom SQL itself, they will be doing all the data cleaning. Data cleaning means whatever the data I want, I can pick it. Transformation, I can do it. Everything you can do it here. That is for that purpose you can go for custom SQL. Okay. Okay. So now tell me, Pawan, what is your question? Pawan Harikant, what's your question? No, raising hands is not enough. You should come and talk. Unmute yourself and talk. பேசவே மாட்டேங்க. சரி. Any other questions apart from Pawan? No questions?
No questions.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is another thing that you can do with the Tableau desktop. Okay, after this, everything is going to be same as in the Excel. Okay, nothing different. All right. That's all. With this explanation, we will be wrapping up the today's session. Rest of the thing we'll discuss on tomorrow. Okay. Any questions before leaving the session?
No questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Prem, yes, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm keep on getting rise hand from Pawan, but he's not talking. I think he's playing by raising hand. Suddenly raised up. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye bye, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.